Hello and welcome. I am Samuel Reese coming to you live tonight across YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. The second round of the 2021 NHL playoffs are upon us. And to kick the second round off, it's a great matchup in the East Division as the New York Islanders and the Boston Bruins face off in what should be a grueling and intriguing best of seven series. Let's get right to the starting goaltenders for the New York Islanders. They go with rookie Ilya Sorokin, Sorokin, who's been solid throughout this postseason. Meanwhile, for the Bruins, to no surprise, it's Tuukka Rask getting the start tonight. Bruce Cassidy, of course, head coach of the Bruins. Barry Trotz, veteran head coach of the New York Islanders. We're underway from TD Garden. This second round series is off and running. Should be a good one between the New York Islanders and the Boston Bruins. And I should also mention a big day in particular because it is a full capacity crowd at TD Garden. You heard that right. Look at the lineups. Marchand, Bergeron, and Pastrnak on the first line. Hall, Krejci, and Smith on line 2. Ritchie, Coyle, and DeBrusk on the third line. And then it's Corrali, Lazar, and Wagner on line 4. For Boston's defense, Grzelcyk and McAvoy pairing up on the first line. Riley and Carlo on the second. And then on the third, it's Lauzon and Clifton. I'll get to the Islanders lineup in a moment. It's great to see a near full capacity crowd at TD Garden. An electric atmosphere for this one. Kamara, Barzal, Eberle on the first line for New York. Beauvillier, Nelson, Bailey on line 2. Palmieri, Pajot, and Zajac on the third line. And then it's Martin, Cizikas, and Clutterbuck on the fourth line as that deflected effort goes wide. Leddy Mayfield, the first line pairing on defense for the Islanders. Pelech and Pulock on line 2. And then Green and Dobson on the third line. So those are your lineups for both teams tonight. 90 seconds in as this puck is brought into the Bruins zone. Games 1 and 2 of this series at TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. This puck fought for the Islanders win it. Here's a shot, save made. What's going on, Quinn? Okay, I'll put this in an article when I hopefully I'll have enough time to do it at a quick commercial break. As this is brought the other way by Patrice Bergeron. Bergeron with the backhanded effort, turned aside by Sorokin. That shot saved, and the rebound loose. The puck's still there, and now it's popped into the air and comes over to the near corner. Carlo sends it across the line. Now this is fed down low. Tough angle shot turned aside on Bergeron's effort. Now here's David Pastrnak. Pastrnak towards the net, centers. Pass picked up in the high slot by Riley. How are you doing, Agnes, over on Twitch? Thanks for tuning in. I'm doing great. Chelsea won the Champions League final earlier today, and now hopefully the Bruins can get a Game 1 win against the Islanders in the second round matchup as New York have a chance the other way, and Barzal is denied by Tuukka Rask. Well, the Bruins testing Ilya Sorokin early. Marchand had a chance out in front. Bergeron was also denied. But then quickly the other way, the Islanders with a chance of their own. And 17:20 to go in the first period. This series just getting started. The Bruins with home ice advantage as the 3 seed. The Islanders the 4 seed. So the 2 lower seeds in the East Division won their respective first-round matchups, 2-2. Both teams with equal scoring chances early. Thank you very much, Agnes. I appreciate that. As this puck is held at the line by Krejci. Now it escapes the zone out to center ice with Craig Smith, I should say. Now down the right wing, it's Taylor Hall. Hall, the centering pass. Picked off as that was intercepted by Travis Zajac. Zajac dumps the puck in, now chases the self pass to the corner. Around it goes for Kyle Palmieri. Palmieri to Lazar, to Pajot. Lazar with the near steal, as that's out to the left point with Andy Green. D-to-D pass. Dobson's effort wide of the goal, and now the Bruins take it the other way. It's retrieved in the Islanders zone by Noah Dobson. New York will dump it in. Just great to see a full capacity crowd inside TD Garden. About 17,000 plus packed into TD Garden tonight. This is the first day where Massachusetts has fully reopened. Chris Wagner's effort wide. There was also a full capacity crowd at Fenway Park earlier for their game, the Red Sox game against the Miami Marlins. Just great to listen to what a full capacity crowd feels like, because many of us have forgot what that sounds like, as this is passed ahead to Pastrnak. Pastrnak pushed off balance by Mayfield, and now it's moved out to center ice. Carlo's pass will find Pastrnak. Pastrnak gives it away, as that found the stick of Everly, I believe. Now it's flipped in to the Bruins zone. In the regular season, the Islanders were 5-2-1 against Boston. However, they were 0-2-1 in the last 3 meetings against the Bruins. So Boston struggled early on in the season against this Islanders team, but it seemed like they figured them out towards the end of the regular season with 3 wins in the final 3 meetings against New York. As this comes out to center, wound in deep by Nick Ritchie. Now it's started back up by Andy Green. This is sent in deep. On the chase was Casey Cizikas. Boston managed to get it out to the neutral zone. Now Jeremy Lauzon ahead to Jake DeBrusk. DeBrusk pushed against the boards by Matt Martin. Battle for the puck along the end boards. The Islanders can't get it out quite yet. Cizikas loses control, and Hall's effort saved by Sorokin. Here's Hall in the far corner. He sends it to the near corner now. It comes out to the point. Clifton's effort is wide. He took a big hit afterwards as well. Now this puck cleaned up by Cizikas. Comes out to center and flipped in deep on the backhand. Retrieving this puck is Mike Riley for Boston. Just over 6 minutes played in Game 1 of the second round series from TD Garden. Here's David Krejci. Krejci with a shot from the right circle. No problem for Sorokin. And now centering the pass was Smith, nobody home for Boston. Indirect pass collected by Leddy. Now sent in by J.G. Pajot. Riley, by the way, with a team-high +5 rating in these playoffs. Riley was one of 3 trade deadline acquisitions, as that slap shot's fired in one time wide of the net. And now the Bruins will clear, and it will be an icing. Mike Riley, Curtis Lazar, and of course Taylor Hall. The 3 acquisitions, and all of them have really contributed well to this Bruins team. Those acquisitions have really been key to getting this team to where they want to be, and that's, of course, being a cup contender. Both teams with 3 giveaways in the early stages. Bruins win the defensive zone draw. Now it's moved ahead to Sean Corrali. Corrali taps it to Curtis Lazar. Lazar down the left wing. He holds. Lazar fires. And now it finds Wagner in front. Wagner around for Corrali. Corrali winds one across. Now it comes out to the left wing. And that's a save by Sorokin. Bergeron's there, but now claiming this puck is Pajot, and he will clear the zone. What's going on? Blonde Bomb, appreciate you tuning in. Now, who do I think is going to win? I think the Bruins. Of course, my pick you think will be biased because I am a Bruins fan, a diehard Bruins fan. But I honestly think they will win this series. I think they're the better team. But it's not going to be easy at all. This will be a grueling series, I think. It will go at least 6. I wouldn't be surprised if it went 7, to be honest, as the Islanders now ice the puck. McAvoy, first one to it, and the faceoff will come back in the New York zone. But yeah, I'm anticipating a heck of a series because the Islanders are a team that are hard to break down. So, the Bruins have the edge over the Islanders, in my opinion. Just, when you look at the two rosters, the Bruins should win this series. And, Boston fans and media would be all over them if they don't win this series because they should get the job done. But then again, you can't look past the Islanders. This is a team who made it to the Eastern Conference Final last year, of course, and did push the Lightning to 6 games. Of course, the Bruins lost to the Lightning in 5 in the previous round as the rebound is loose, and the rebound shot from Pastrnak is smothered by Sorokin. Some chances early for the Bruins, but no goals yet from TD Garden. A packed house at TD Garden. It's game 1 of round 2. No score early. The action continues right after this. Hello, everybody, and welcome back in as the Boston Bruins and New York Islanders face off in Game 1 of the second round series. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to the broadcast. Much appreciated, as always. And we get ready to resume play from a rocking TD Garden. Full capacity crowd, as I mentioned earlier. And on this face-off, the Islanders will control. Moved out through center. Now Taylor Hall back with it. Nearing the midway point of period 1, about 11:20 to play in the first. Here's Brandon Carlo. That pass comes back to Scott Mayfield. Mayfield with a D-to-D pass, rink wide for Nicoletti. Down the right wing, centering pass from Eberle. And the puck couldn't be controlled by Cal Clutterbuck. Back out to the neutral zone it comes. And Taylor Hall will start up the attack for Boston. Here's Krejci. Krejci back for Smith. Here's a drive by Smith. Stopped by Sorokin. And now the Islanders will clear it only as far as center ice in front of the Boston bench. Here's Matt Grzelcyk. Grzelcyk cross ice for Krejci. Krejci enters the zone. And now Adam Pelech looks to take it away. Helping him out was Leo Komarov. Bruins will wind one in deep. And Pastrnak comes in to deliver a hit. But staying upright was Pelech, who eventually clears the puck. Now a scrum here on the near side, right around center ice. Puck popped in the air. Still there for the taking. Now controlled and taken forward for a moment, but one back by the Boston Bruins. Here's Pastrnak, cross-ice pass, and losing the handle was Brad Marchand there. The Islanders will start up the other way. This puck dumped in. And with it is Tuukka Rask. Well, the shots were 2-2 early, but since then, 8-0 in favor of Boston. The Bruins creating all sorts of opportunities. But no goals yet. We're still scoreless. This taken off the wall. Now it's sent high to Green. Green across the line. Now that shot off the end boards. This is held up by Palmieri. Palmieri centers. Rask may have gotten a piece to it. Now it's Pajot out of the corner. And Green through traffic. Rask makes the save and quickly covers up. Who do I think is going to score the first goal of the game? I think Boston will. They're creating more of the chances. I think they get one before the first period closes. We shall see. A physical series is what was anticipated, and we're getting that early on in game one. Still no goals, plenty of hits. Action continues next. Welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. 0-0 between the Islanders and Bruins. It's game one of the second round series with a spot in the Stanley Cup semifinals on the line. Remember, no conference playoffs this season. It's divisional playoffs through the first two rounds. And then after this round, the four remaining teams will be reseeded as this shot is fired in, and a hooking call here. Josh Bailey with the chance. I don't know how that puck didn't go in. I suppose Rask made the stop. I'd like to see it again. Wow, what an opportunity for the Islanders right out of the commercial break. Well, let's see what on earth happened here. So Rask found McAvoy, who then gave it away to Beauvillier. And the shot was fired in. Yeah, Rask sprawling back was able to shovel it away with his glove. This puck actually went off the post and then was there in the crease. Was it Rask or was it maybe McAvoy who swooped in to clear? I'm not sure, but a hooking penalty against Boston means the Islanders head to the first power play of this series. New York win the offensive zone draw. Now Boston looking to clear the zone. It's saved at the line by Eberle. Eberle feeds it down low. Centering pass. Whiffed on by Pajot. Now it comes back out to the blue line. Jumping it in is Beauvillier. Eberle around the goal. Holds in the far corner. Eberle up to the right point. Sent cross ice. Now up high. It's Noah Dobson. Along the half boards. Slowly coming in is Matt Martin. That shot saved. Now it comes to the high slot with Dobson. Left circle, Eberle, back to Dobson. Thought about a shot, instead returns it to Eberle. Once more, Dobson fires, redirected, and they score. The Islanders strike first on the power play. And with 8:12 to go in the first period, it's 1-0 New York. Anthony Beauvillier with the redirected effort, and the Islanders strike first in game one. What's going on? Gobo, thanks for tuning in. What do I think the final score will be? Well, my prediction of who is scoring first, Blonde Bomb, was incorrect. So I don't know if my prediction will be correct. But I'm sticking with my Bruins call on who's going to win. And what will be the score? I'll say 4-3 Boston. I feel like this is a game with a lot of goals coming for whatever reason. Anthony Beauvillier notching his fourth goal of the postseason. And what a big goal that is for the Islanders here in the first period to quiet the crowd inside TD Garden. Just under 12 minutes in, New York strike first. Here is Cal Clutterbuck. Clutterbuck moves it ahead to center ice. Beauvillier's goal, by the way, assisted by Dobson and Eberle. Here is Charlie Coyle into the offensive zone. Coyle with a wrister. Right pad saved by Sorokin. Now it's Clifton with a chance. Screened with Sorokin as the shot went wide. Now it's Coyle at the right point. Ahead for Clifton. Clifton through traffic. Sorokin made the stop. Now it comes back out to Clifton. He takes some contact from Matt Martin. This passed into the slot by DeBrusk. And eventually the Islanders clear to the neutral zone, I should say. And now it's brought back in by DeBrusk. DeBrusk takes a hit. Ritchie now collects the puck. Ritchie up the wall to Carlo. And that deflected effort ends up out of play for a stoppage. Well, yeah, the problem with the Bruins so far in this game is that they just haven't managed the puck very well. There's been some poor passes, some poor clearances, bad giveaways, and that's gifting the Islanders with some chances, even though Boston have more than twice as many shots so far. Yet it's the Islanders winning. .708 left in the first period. This draw to the left of Ilya Sorokin. It's Smith against Nelson here in the draw. Islanders win it. Now it comes back into the Bruins zone. Here's Charlie McAvoy. McAvoy, indirect pass. Smith is there. Now it's moved ahead by Grzelcyk. Down the left wing, it's Taylor Hall. Hall into the neutral zone. McAvoy fires. That goes wide. Now it comes to Coyle. Spin around pass by Grzelcyk. Here's another shot. That goes just wide. Holding behind the goal is Grzelcyk. Grzelcyk looking for options in front. Nearly gave it away. But the Bruins' offensive zone time here continues. Save made. Rebound loose. It just went wide as Sorokin made a stop. Bailey dekes that hit. And now dumps it in for the Islanders as it deflects off of a Bruin and out of play. Yeah, Boston with some good offensive zone time, creating more chances, firing some shots in on goal. It looked like it was Craig Smith with a chance, but his shot actually went through the legs of Sorokin. However, parallel to the goal line, he wasn't really able to steer it on target. Instead, it went right through the crease. Scoring chances 6-4 in favor of Boston. Off the boards, here's Wagner. Wagner's pass given away to Palmieri. Palmieri takes a check from Wagner. Now comes around to the far side. A lot of open ice here to attack. Curtis Lazar finding Wagner. Wagner with a shot. That's blocked in the slot. The Islanders move it out to center ice. Here's Beauvillier. Sorry, Pajot. Six minutes left in period one. Well, 5.5 now. As the Bruins move it out to center ice. Here is McAvoy. McAvoy will swing it around to the far side. Now it's picked up by Barzal in the neutral zone. New York send it in deep. And now it comes out to center. Who do I think will score the first goal for Boston? I think the first line produces the first goal. I'm going to say Brad Marchand. I'm going to say Marchand gets it. Riley taps it ahead to Coyle. Coyle avoids a hit. Green had it, then lost it, and tangled up here are Ritchie and Martin. The referee splits them up as both teams get into it. Chippiness on display at the very beginning of the second round series. Left in period one, it's the Islanders with the lead. An Anthony Beauvillier redirected goal has put New York in front. Action continues from TD Garden next. Welcome back in, everybody. Right before the commercial break, some chippiness. Matt Martin involved with Nick Ritchie. As we get ready to resume play, latter stages of period one, the Islanders with a 1-goal advantage. Beauvillier with that goal earlier in the period. Here's Patrice Bergeron in the far corner. 4.5 to play in the period. Marchand centers, and Pasternak's one-time effort is smothered by Sorokin. What a chance that was for David Pastrnak. Yeah, Bergeron ended up with the puck. Pass behind the goal. Marchand setting up Pastrnak in his one-time effort. Saved by Sorokin. The Bruins looking for an equalizing goal. This face-off will be to the left of Ilya Sorokin. It's won by Boston. Here's Charlie McAvoy. He lost the handle, and that's a 2-on-1 for the Islanders the other way. Palmieri all the way in, but the shot is sent out of play. Rask may have gotten a piece on it. Yeah, McAvoy just stumbled and completely lost the puck, and then Palmieri decided to take the shot himself. It was actually blocked by Grzelcyk. He got a stick in the way of that effort by Palmieri. So a key defensive play there by Matt Grzelcyk as the 2-on-1 emerged for the Islanders. Palmieri decided to take the shot himself. Bruins ultimately clear the zone as Adam Pelech whiffed on the shot. They now send it in deep. Brendan Carlo under a bit of pressure. This puck in the near corner. Now it comes out to Pollock. Pollock cross ice. And Beauvillier wins the puck. He has it in the far corner. Beauvillier's pass comes right back to him. Now moved into the high slot. At the left point. Here's Brock Nelson. Nelson to Bailey. And finally, Boston take it away. That pass, though, broken up by Bailey. Right back the other way. Here comes Brock Nelson. That shot is saved, and Rask quickly covers up for the stop. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. All week, ever since the Bruins clinched the series against Washington, what was that, last Sunday? All week I was looking forward to this series getting underway. Of course, the Bruins had to wait a little bit until they found out their opponent, and then waited a bit longer after that to find out when Game 1 would be. We now know Game 2 is Monday night, but the rest of the series still has to be figured out when it comes to dates and times. But we'll most likely see this series go every other day, as is the norm, with a few rare exceptions. Here's Connor Clifton. Clifton has it in the near corner for Boston. Now it's Jeremy Lauzon. He finds Corrali. Corrali, the lead pass. Now brought ahead by Curtis Lazar. Lazar will swing it around to the far side. That pass is picked off as it was stolen away by the Islanders. This is wound into the far corner. Matt Martin looks to shield the puck. Clutterbuck sends it cross ice. Now Eberle across the line. That shot saved. Rask lost his stick for a moment, but is able to retrieve it. Now it's Pastrnak the other way. Pastrnak trying to weave his way through. Now it's Marchand with the chance. It's the stop made by Ilya Sorokin, who quickly gets a glove on the puck. Yeah, this puck fell nicely to Marchand. A good chance for Brad Marchand from the left circle. But Sorokin makes the save. Sorokin was really solid in that series against Pittsburgh. A series where the Islanders started out going with Varlamov in net. That quickly changed, and Sorokin has been real solid since. Who got the assist for the Islanders goal? I'm trying to think. It was Eberle, and I meant to write it down. It was who had the secondary assist? I can't remember, to be honest with you. I've got to check that. I'll let you know at the next stoppage. I'll find it out as this comes back out to center with Mike Riley. Riley to Pastrnak. Now Bergeron with a high shot, blocker save, as that's put out of play by Sorokin. Late first period, 1:42 to play. Oh, it was Dobson. That's right. It was Dobson. Thank you. Yep, it was Dobson and Eberle with the assists. Yep. This face off to the left of Ilya Sorokin, as it will be Brock Nelson against Craig Smith after Krejci was tossed out. Brock Mayfield, by the way, for the Islanders has a team-high +6 rating in these playoffs. And here come New York. Brock Nelson gets the return pass, but it was just beyond his stick as the Bruins will try to work it out from their own end. Krejci finding Clifton. Clifton now brings it ahead. Now a centering pass. Krejci with a chance. Save made. Rebound loose. And it's batted away. And Sorokin loses his helmet as play is quickly halted. Wow, another real good opportunity for Boston. Yeah, coming into at that puck away was Anthony Beauvillier. And Sorokin's helmet somehow came off. That first line for Boston have been real dangerous. But once again, no goals to show for. Going back to that Nelson chance at the other end of the ice. What an opportunity that was as the puck was just beyond his reach. Boston with double the scoring chances, 10-5 in that category. Face-off won by Boston. Now it's fought for on the near side. Just about a minute remaining in the period. This comes out to Charlie Coyle. Coyle dumps one in on the backhand. Here's Ritchie shielding the puck. Tosses it off to DeBrusk. And this puck will escape out to the neutral zone. Game 2 of the series, Monday night, 7:30 Eastern Time. I plan to be on the call for the entirety of this series, which I'm looking forward to. That's a dangerous shot, just wide of the goal. Now it's Coyle. A delayed penalty call here as the Islanders gain control of the puck, and the penalty will be assessed. It'll be Ryan Pulock heading to the penalty box. A high stick to Charlie Coyle, and Boston are heading to the power play. How did Sorokin lose his helmet? I think his teammate, by an accident, kind of collided with him, and his helmet just came right off. Yeah, I couldn't see exactly how, but I think that's what happened. I couldn't tell which one of his teammates it was who just came in and almost fell on him, and the helmet came off as well. So Boston with their first power play of the night. TD Garden making some noise. The full capacity crowd are getting loud. 32.3 seconds left in the period. This comes to Bergeron. Bergeron to Krejci. Krejci with a shot. Pad save. Rebound. Here's a shot. They score! David Pastrnak. 9 seconds into the power play. The Bruins have pulled level. 23 seconds left in the period. It's 1-1 in Boston. Both teams scoring power play goals. A face-off win, and then quick work by the Bees. The original shot saved, but then on the rebound, just a little hesitation from Pastrnak. Sorokin cheating to his right. Pastrnak going glove side, firing that one home. And the Boston Bruins have tied the game late in period 1. A spectacular power play goal, only 9 seconds into the man advantage. We're all level, and TD Garden is absolutely rocking at the moment. Now the puck fought for along the end boards. The Islanders have it. Here's a shot. Save made by Rask. And the puck will be moved out to center. The clock hits 0, and the first period comes to a close. The crowd at TD Garden applauding the way the Boston Bruins ended that first period. A late goal from David Pastrnak on the power play has tied this game at 1. Well, not a bad way to get this series underway. Coming up on the first intermission report, I'll talk about the Canadiens looking to force a Game 7 in their first round series against the Maple Leafs. And I'll talk about Sorokin being solid in net despite letting up that goal late in the period. That's all to come on the first intermission report. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Hello, everyone, and welcome into the first intermission report. 1-1 between the Islanders and the Bruins after 20 minutes of play. It was a power play goal from Anthony Beauvillier that put New York in the lead. However, the Bruins would respond with a power play goal of their own, courtesy of David Pastrnak, just 9 seconds into the Bruins' first power play of the game, with about half a minute remaining in the first period. So a great way for Boston to end that first period, a really entertaining first period of play to get this series underway in game one. And Boston, obviously, with more scoring chances compared to the Islanders, but it was New York with the opening goal. And I feel like the Bruins just hurt themselves a bit with, some poor giveaways early on. Bit of poor puck management, and then the Islanders made them pay with that power play goal. However, I thought after that Islanders goal, the Bruins were taking care of the puck much better, spending more time in the offensive zone, and you could tell that equalizing goal was eventually coming, and it ultimately did with David Pastrnak scoring on the power play. Just looking at the shots, 18-8. In favor of Boston, so they were undoubtedly the better team in that first period. However, it did take a while for them to grab that first goal, but it did eventually come. Of course, a very physical game. It's going to be a physical series. That's the type of team the Islanders are. They're hard to break down. They can be frustrating to play against, and the Bruins are well aware of that. They know it's going to be a grind like that, and that it's going to be no easy task playing this stingy Islanders team. But it was good to see David Pastrnak notch his third goal of the postseason on the power play, because that's a huge momentum booster with Boston getting that goal late in the first period. All of a sudden now the momentum shifts to Boston's side heading in to the second period. And now the TD Garden crowd is into it as well. I mean, now it's truly home ice advantage in these playoffs with a near full capacity crowd in Boston. So that goal at the tail end of the first period, just enormous for Boston to really settle in and get that monkey off their back. Both teams 1-for-1 on the power play. Each of the first period goals coming on the power play for both teams. And special teams will definitely be key. Both teams are pretty good on the power play, pretty efficient on the man advantage, and we've seen that through one period. So it kind of goes into my to the topic of physicality, because both teams have to be careful to not commit any stupid penalties that could cost their team. That's another thing to keep an eye on as this game and series carries on. Well, after the break, when the intermission report continues, I'll talk about the Maple Leafs looking to advance. I'll get you updated on Game 6 between the Leafs and the Canadiens after this quick break. Welcome back in to the first intermission report, everybody. There's one other game in the NHL playoffs today, and that is the only first-round series still going on between the Canadiens and Maple Leafs. All right, awesome, Quinn. I will do that in a moment. Catching you up on that Toronto-Montreal game The Maple Leafs with a 3-2 series lead. The Canadiens allowed to have fans, just about 2,500, but it's the first Canadian team able to permit fans. So a big deal for Canada. Some big saves on both ends, really. It's been all about the defense and goaltenders. Some real good opportunities at either end in the first period for both Toronto and Montreal, but it was scoreless after one, and more of the same in the second period. There were some quality chances. The Canadiens in particular had a 3-on-1 opportunity, but another stop made to Foley denied on his effort. Blocker save made, and the Canadiens still searching for their first goal. So are Toronto. They're deadlocked at 0-0 at the second intermission. So I'll keep you updated with that game as Toronto looks to seal the series and punch their ticket to the second round. The Canadiens, meanwhile, looking to force a Game 7. Meanwhile, after the break, I will get the stage set for period number 2. It's 1-1 between the Islanders and Bruins from TD Garden. Welcome back into the first intermission report. It's 1-1 between the Islanders and the Bruins. Second period, right around the corner. What a first period it was at a full capacity, in front of a full capacity crowd at TD Garden. Just wonderful to see. Patrice Bergeron in faceoffs against the Islanders has been very solid, particularly against Matthew Barzal. And same story so far tonight. Bergeron, one of the best face-off takers in the league probably, but he's had particular success against the Islanders, which has led to chances for Boston. Of course, it was a Bergeron face-off win that ultimately led to that Pastrnak power play goal. We're tied at 1. The second period is next from Boston. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. We are ready to start period 2 from TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. Game 1 of the second round series. 20 minutes played. At least 40 more to go. It's 1-1. Goals from Beauvillier and Pastrnak have the score tied. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to the broadcast tonight. Hope you all are having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Ilya Sorokin has been solid so far in this game. He was real good against Pittsburgh in the first round, making some big stops in that first period. The Bruins could have easily scored more than one if it wasn't for Sorokin. He's the 10th goalie in NHL history to win his first 4 career playoff appearances. First time in franchise history that's happened. And so here we go. The face-off at center ice, second period underway from a packed TD Garden. The Islanders dump it in deep. Tuukka Rask is there. Rask along the boards looking for Lauzon. And now sent around by Cizikas. That shot across the face of goal and deflected out of play on Andy Green's drive. Quick release there from Green. Face-off will be to the right of Rask, it looks like. (18-8), the shots in favor of Boston. It's Bergeron against Nelson here. It's won by Nelson this time. Quick shot, fire just wide across the face of goal. And now it's Brad Marchand. A nice move to get by Beauvillier. Here's Pastrnak down the left wing. Pastrnak shoots. Save made. The puck is loose. Now it comes out to Grizzly. Grizzly cross ice. Fed down low, but that pass given away. McAvoy lost his stick. The Islanders looking to break the other way as it's wound in by Nelson. McAvoy back to the near side. There is Pollock. Patrice Bergeron takes it for the Bruins. Now moved ahead by McAvoy. Pastrnak taps it down ice. No icing on the play as this is retrieved by Ryan Pollock. But here's Taylor Hall. A nice takeaway. Hall with a shot. Short side save made by Sorokin. And now that effort from Riley is blocked. Here's Riley again. Adam Pelech will retrieve this puck for the Islanders. Now it's sent in all the way down. No icing here. Riley first to the puck. He finds Smith. Smith back for Carlo. Carlo with the one-time backhand pass around. Kyle Palmieri chasing the puck. Bruins will move it ahead to center ice. Taylor Hall taps it ahead. Hall gets it back. Was looking for Krejci, but that pass is picked off by Travis Zajac. One back, though, in the neutral zone by Krejci. Gaining the line and finding Hall. Hall just wide, looking to go to the far side. Now that pass broken up. The Islanders looking to counter. Here's Palmieri. Taps it back. Pajot with a shot that's turned aside. Now it's sent to the back door. Zajac looking for Palmieri, but a timely intervention at the last second from Jeremy Lauzon. The chances this period, 4-0 Boston, as we now have a whistle and a penalty against the Bruins. It looks like it'll be Nick Ritchie going to the box. The Islanders scored on their first power play. What can they do on their second one of the night? Bruce Cassidy doesn't seem happy about the call. Let's see. Well, now they're going back to a chance for the Islanders, where Palmieri ultimately whiffed on the shot because Lauzon got the slightest of touches to the puck. Well, it is New York on the power play for the next 2 minutes. Bruins win the defensive zone draw. This is now clear down ice. It was a hooking call against Ritchie. Behind the goal, it's Noah Dobson. Now back with Barzal. In the playoffs, New York's power play 4 for 17. They were 0 for 4 in their last 2 games. However, they're 1 for 1, of course, tonight. Bergeron gets a stick to it, and this is sent all the way down the length of the ice. Retrieving this puck is Noah Dobson. What's going on? I'll just call you VMX. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, I am from the Boston area. I'm from Franklin, Massachusetts, so about 35 miles south of Boston. As Ryan Pulock pulls off a one-time shot. That is blocked and lands out of play. Are you from the Boston area, VMX? But yeah, I am, and that's why I'm a diehard Boston sports fan. I would love to be inside TD Garden right now, but the next best thing is calling the game here at home from the comfort of my couch. Bruins win the draw once again, send the puck Sorokin's way. 45 seconds left on the New York power play. Here is Nicoletti. Now winding through is Brock Nelson. Pulock up top. This is controlled by Nicoletti. Letty down low to Pulock. Pulock centers, and now it's sent ahead for Chris Wagner. Wagner will send the puck down ice, I should say. Sorokin with an errant clearance. The centering pass couldn't quite be controlled by Marchand. Nearly a shorthanded chance there for Boston. Now it's Casey Cizikas. Winding this one in will be Adam Pelech. All the way back to Grzelcyk. The power play is over. Back to full strength are the Boston Bruins. Ritchie out of the box. Oh, you're not from the Boston area, but you love Boston sports teams? All right. That's awesome. Here's Marchand trying to dig out the puck. But in the end, it's controlled by Pelech. Pelech flips one ahead to the neutral zone. Grzelcyk wins it. And now brought ahead by Marchand. Marchand to the slot. Bergeron's effort saved. Standing up tall with Sorokin. Now here's Riley. Rink wide. He finds McAvoy. That effort blocked. Now it's out to Riley. Riley's effort wide. And now it comes out to the far corner. Looking to dig it out is Matt Martin. Helping out is Pelech as the Islanders try to clear the zone. And finally, Mayfield does so by elevating the puck. And did that go straight out of play? No, the referee on the near side ruling that it deflected off the boards before going over, so no delay of game penalty here. Tell them about your site. Yeah, absolutely, Quinn. Yeah, so VMX, if you're still here over on Twitch, make sure you check out bostonsportswave.com. As you see here on the ticker, bostonsportswave.com has the best Boston sports coverage. So since you are a Boston sports fan, you'll definitely want to check out that website. Articles on there will give you game recaps, previews, analysis about all Boston sports teams. So yeah, you definitely should check that website out. It'll definitely be worth it since you're a Boston sports fan. You'll get caught up on anything you want to know about Boston sports. If you miss a game, the recap will be up there for any given game within the next day or so. As this is moved out to the neutral zone. Here's Craig Smith. Smith takes it into the offensive zone. That blast goes wide. Here's David Krejci on the near side. Krejci gives it away. That's stolen by Zajac. This comes back to Clifton, a delayed offsides. That puck touched by Pajot. And there's the whistle. A hard-hitting game. The intensity picking up. Second period of action. 1-1 the score between the Islanders and Bruins. It's game one from a packed house at TD Garden. Welcome back in the middle of the second period. It's a 1-1 game. A high-intensity game one of the second round series between the Islanders and Bruins. The first line for Boston has really done a nice job creating chances and testing Sorokin so far. Boston overall just with more scoring chances than the Islanders. So far in the second period, the Bruins with 5 scoring chances. The Islanders haven't had any up until this point. As the faceoff is won by Boston, 13 and a half minutes to go in the period as that puck is out of play. Clifton's pass, I believe, deflected off of Barzal. The Bruins coming off of a 5-game series win over the Capitals. The Islanders took care of business in 6 against the Penguins. The winner of this series goes to the Stanley Cup semifinals as that puck's cleared by Ryan Pulock. Icing called against New York. So the draw coming back in the Islanders' end. It'll be to the left of Ilya Sorokin. It's Komarov contesting Bergeron. Bergeron digs it out. Marchand taps it back for McAvoy. McAvoy pinned against the wall. And now it's won by the Islanders. This puck cleared, no icing on the play. Taking a big hit was Grzelcyk. And he's down. Now it's out to center. Here is Eberle. Here's Barzal into the slot. Dangerous pass. But intervening there was Brad Marchand to take it away. Marchand tries to penetrate at the line. It's broken up. New York back in possession. Pulock with the indirect feed. Control on the left wing. Cross-ice pass. Drive by Bailey. Right pad save made by Rask, excuse me. Now another chance for Bailey. Bailey takes it to the goal line. Now behind the Boston goal. Bailey cycles high to the right point with Scott Mayfield. Mayfield will wind one in. Now it's behind the Bruins goal. Comes back out to Taylor Hall now. Nick Leddy, though, back with it. Nice lead pass. And a stop by Rask as that was popped right off his chest and into his glove. Beauvillier was seeking his second goal of the night. Yeah, Grzelcyk took a awkward hit, awkward crash into the wall, into the boards, I should say, from a hit by Leo Komarov. And Grzelcyk was certainly slow to get up and limped off to the Bruins bench and now is heading to the locker room. So not a good picture there for the Bruins. Nothing dirty on the play from Komarov. He actually has a team high 39 hits in this postseason. Just unfortunate that Grzelcyk came out injured in the end. Here's Dobson ahead, wraparound shot, save made, the puck bouncing in the crease. Rask spots it and covers up rather quickly with the glove. The Islanders just clogging the front of the net. So many bodies in front. And that puck was high into the air. Rask couldn't locate it originally. Eventually did. And got a glove on it before any Islander could locate it. Here's the face-off to the left of Tuukka. 11:56 left in the middle frame. Tie game at 1 apiece. Lauzon back to Clifton. Now Wagner. Diagonal pass here on the chase is Corrali, but that puck is iced by Boston. And a face-off is coming back in their end. The greatest spectacle in racing is tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, is the 105th running of the Indy 500. J.G. Pageau, 6 games, 1 goal, 6 assists for 7 points in these playoffs for New York. As that puck is kept in the zone by Nick Leddy, but Leddy gives it away on the pass. Now it's dumped all the way in. Sean Corrali and Chris Wagner near the puck. Now it's Corrali in the near corner. That pass given away to Eberle. Comes out to center ice with Riley. Riley out to the right wing. Here's a shot. Blocked and out of play as Nick Leddy got in the way of Chris Wagner's effort. Chris Wagner actually, at one point in his career, played for New York, the New York Islanders. As Chris Wagner has played 50 games in his playoff career. Wagner, fourth line, right wing for the Boston Bruins, alongside Lazar and Corrali. By the way, this is the first playoff meeting between these two teams since 1983. It's just the third all-time playoff series between the Islanders and the Bruins. The Islanders won the first 2. But I was surprised to hear that when I heard before this series started that they hadn't met in the postseason since 1983. I was like, wow. Here's Pelech. Pelech will elevate the puck to center ice. And a big hit delivered as Pelech dropped the shoulder. You see me with the slicked hair today? Oh, yeah, I actually got a haircut today. As Hall's drive is saved, the puck eventually controlled by Sorokin, and the whistle comes. Yeah, I actually got a haircut today, Quinn, and the barber put some gel in my hair. So, yeah, that's I guess why it looks so good. It looks better than normal. But no, I needed a haircut, so my hair was getting crazy long. And my mom really wanted me to get one, so I did. I went this afternoon before the Champions League final. Here's Nick Leddy for the Islanders. This puck cleared into the Boston end. Here's Charlie Coyle. Coyle finds Riley. Here's Charlie Coyle. That's off the stick of Palmieri. Now tapped ahead by Ritchie. This falls to Pajot. His stretch pass controlled on the right wing by Palmieri. Palmieri behind the Bruins goal. Now cycles high to the left point. We're halfway through game one as that's sent away by the stick of Rask. As this is out to the neutral zone. Here is Zajac. Dumps it in. Here's Mike Riley at the wall. Now Carlo behind the goal. He can't clear the zone. Kept alive now by Travis Zajac. Here is Ritchie now. Ritchie will float it ahead. Islanders back in possession. Crazy long for me is too short for you. Yeah. I just know I need a haircut by the time my hair gets in the way of my eyes. That's when I know, because that annoys me so much whenever my hair gets in my eyes. Here's Pastrnak. He'll wind one in. Behind the goal, Marchand leaves it for Lauzon. Now back with Brad Marchand. Bergeron's drive, safe, rebound, they score! David Pastrnak, his second of the game. The Bruins take the lead. 8:52 left in the second period. TD Garden is buzzing. David Pastrnak scores his second goal of the night. A rebound goal, eerily similar to the first one, except this one is not on the power play. The first line delivers again for Boston. Bergeron with a chance, saved by Sorokin, but Pastrnak there at the doorstep with the cleanup work from the left circle. One-time finish. Boston lead for the first time tonight. It took a slight deflection off of Pollock, although I don't know if Sorokin would have gotten to it anyways. 2-1, Bruins on top. Second goal tonight, fourth of the postseason for Pastrnak. And the Bruins have the crowd at TD Garden on their feet, if they weren't already. That reaction is what people tune in to watch. Yeah. Well, there you go. Pasternak's goal assisted by his line mates Bergeron and Marchand. And right off the face-off win, here's a quick shot. Smith's effort gloved by Sorokin. David Pastrnak has TD Garden loud as ever. It's a full capacity crowd. A beautiful finish by Pastrnak on the rebound. Bruins 2, Islanders 1. Boston have the lead in game one. Welcome back, everybody. Boston have the lead, 2-1 the score on a Saturday night at TD Garden. The weather hasn't been great so far on this Memorial Day weekend in Boston. Outdoors, but inside TD Garden, it's a loud crowd. 8:48 left in the second period. It's David Krejci here in the faceoff for Boston against J.G. Pageau. Pageau wins this one. The Islanders looking to respond with a tying goal. Here's Pageau chasing down this puck in the offensive zone. Winds one in behind the Boston goal. Raska's there, and now here come Boston through center. Hall taps it back. And now here's a shot fired wide of the net. Might have taken a deflection. Riley Smith delivers a hit. Hall cross ice. Clifton's drive saved. Now it comes out to Krejci in the far corner. Coming in on it is Hall. Hall up to the right point. Across the line, it's Riley who holds. Riley down low. Krejci with a shot. That's smothered by Sorokin. The Bruins just with chance after chance. They already have 25 shots in this game, and we're only 32 minutes in. They're averaging nearly a shot a minute. The Islanders continue to be physical, but it doesn't seem to be phasing the Bruins too much at this stage. Bruins have certainly settled in, very much so in this game, and they are in control at the moment with the 1-goal advantage. Faceoff will come at the dot in the neutral zone. It's won by Boston. This is sent in deep. That's given away to Nick Ritchie. Ritchie lost it, however. And now the other way, it's Leo Komarov. His cross-ice feed was intercepted, and now Rask will find Lausanne. Once again, the Bruins dump it in. No icing here. And this puck finds Barzal. Barzal closing in, trying to go through Clifton. Now it's Komarov to the back door. Whiffing on the effort was Barzal. Now it's out to the high point, and they score. One-time blast, and Pelech roofs it. We're tied at 2. Wow. What a shot that was from Pelech. I meant to say the high slot there. Right from the blue line. This was a cannon and absolutely silencing the crowd at TD Garden. It was Adam Pelech with that effort. A slap shot to the top right corner. I mean, that's about as perfect as you get. That puck just kept on elevating. Perfect placement on the one-timer. And that definitely went straight in. There was no deflection there. It's now a 2-2 game. More twists and turns to come, most likely, the way this game is played out. The Islanders had the lead. The Bruins tied it. Then they took the lead. Now the Islanders have tied it. It's 2-2 in Boston. Here comes Kuraly. Kuraly dumps it into the corner. The Islanders will start it back up. Here's Kuraly, who takes a nudge from Cal Clutterbuck. A little scrum on the near side, and now it's sent diagonally by Dobson. Started up here, it's Kuraly down the left wing. Kuraly enters the zone, sends one around to the far side with Wagner. Wagner trying to hold this puck, looking for help, trying to kick it out. That Pelech goal assisted by Eberle and Komarov. Eberle's now assisted on each of the 2 New York goals. Here's Bailey, a give and go. By the way, we have a scoring update. How about this storyline? In Game 6 of Toronto-Montreal, the Canadiens have taken a 2-0 lead with 13:17 to go. Tyler Toffoli with the goal. So the Canadiens, as long as they can hold on, are looking like they're going to force a Game 7 back in Toronto. Wow. A typical Maple Leafs collapse we may be witnessing. I hate both teams. I hate Montreal more. So, It is what it is in that series. For me as a Bruins fan, I'm not. I don't really care who wins that one. I hate both teams. Wish they could both get eliminated at this stage, but I'll be rooting for Winnipeg, no matter who they play, whether it be Montreal or Toronto in the next round. As this puck is flipped in, dangerous puck located by Sorokin. He got a glove to it and then covered up. Well, a one-time slap shot finish by Pelech has brought New York back into the game. It's a 2-2 affair in the second period. We're all tied again here in Game 1. Welcome back, everybody. The perfection line for Boston has been pretty much perfect tonight. And in these playoffs, they've delivered. Marchand, 3 goals and an assist. Bergeron with 3 goals, 3 assists. Pastrnak, 4 goals and 4 assists. That first line has delivered as they are expected to so far in this postseason. And they've scored both goals tonight. It's 2-2 in TD Garden. Krejci against Pajot here in the draw to the right of Sorokin. The Islanders win it and clear their end. Clear their zone, I should say. Riley, though, finds Krejci. Krejci is broken up at the line. 5.5 to play in the second period. As this is a bouncing puck to the end boards. Riley gets there. Backhand pass for Krejci. Krejci ahead for Coyle. Maybe a chance here. Sorry, for Smith. Maybe a chance. Smith winding around, sending it across ice. This effort blocked in front. Now it comes out to Krejci. Krejci gets the return pass from Riley. His shot is blocked by Pajot, and it comes back to the Boston zone. This bounced in on Sorokin. Here's Chris Wagner. Wagner dispossessed. Dropping the shoulder there was Corrali. The Islanders keep it, however, as this is sent ahead by Pelech out to center. What's up, Yoshi Bros? Yeah, your Maple Leafs struggling. Yeah, I know. I just checked in on that game. Wow. Here's Brandon Carlo. Now it's won by Komarov. Yeah. That pass stolen by New York. Sent ahead by, to Eberle. Eberle to Barzal behind the goal. Matthew Barzal. Met by Clifton. Clifton finds Marchand. And now it's Lazar who will swing one around. Marchand gets there. Lost the puck, though. And here's Beauvillier starting up the attack for the Islanders. Taken in by Josh Bailey. Battle for the puck in the far corner. Now it's Beauvillier sending it across ice. Unable to control was Brock Nelson. Or Josh Bailey, rather, excuse me. Here come the Bruins in the Islanders' end. Given away to Beauvillier. Beauvillier one-on-one. Great defending there. As it was knocked away by Grzelcyk. The shots this period, 10-4 Boston. Here's Marchand. He finds Bergeron, taps it back. Pastrnak shoots. Save made by the right pad of Sorokin. Now the other way. Here comes Clutterbuck. Clutterbuck sending it to the opposite corner. Now here's Mike Riley. Riley to Nick Ritchie. One back by Noah Dobson now. Under 3 minutes to go in the period. A tie game in Boston. Game 1 of the second round series. Here's Mike Riley. DeBrusk sends it ahead. Adam Pelech back to it for the Islanders. Delayed offsides against Boston. Cross-ice pass, finding Noah Dobson. Dobson back to the right wing. Chasing it is Eberle. Move to the wall. Carlo digs it out. Carlo sends it around, and now here's DeBrusk by the Bruins bench. And that pass deflects up and out of play. 2:17 left in the period. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight. It's been a fun day. I, of course, was on the call for the Champions League final earlier. Chelsea getting the win over Manchester City, and now on the call for the game 1 of the second round series between the Islanders and Bruins. I'll probably have no voice by the end of the night, but that's all right. I'm having a good time. Faceoff will come back at center ice. Krejci against Pajot. It's won by Boston here. Now here's Hall. Bouncing puck into the slot. Krejci taps it back. Grzelcyk a drive. That goes wide. Rebound sent across. Now Krejci gets there. Feeds it down low to the right corner. And Hall's pass is off target to Grzelcyk. Rask will handle this one. 1:50 left in the period. Outlet pass by McAvoy. Now a pass out in front. Holding behind the goal is David Krejci. Krejci finds Hall. The shot is saved. Puck still loose. Now it ends up wide right of the goal. Here's Coyle. Up high. Lauzon now penetrates. Lauzon to the corner. Now back up high, and that pass mishandled by Grzelcyk. The Bruins will have to reset. The shot attempts 48-20 in this one. Corrali chasing this puck down. Corrali on the ground centers the pass, but it's picked off in the slot by Brock Nelson. Nelson looking for Bailey. That pass broken up. Now it's won back by Ryan Pulock. That goes off the official. Final minute of period 2. This is threaded across to Lauzon. Now Corrali in deep. All the way around for Bergeron. Bergeron back to the near side with Pastrnak. Pastrnak seeking a hat trick. Going back to the right wing. Now it's Pastrnak behind the net. On the backhand. Feeds it in the slot. Poked away by Bailey, but not out. Riley for Bergeron. Bergeron will swing it around. Here's Marchand hitting the brakes. Cutting back towards the blue line. Now McAvoy goes across the ice for Riley. Riley to the corner. Time winding down in the period. 10 seconds left. Here's Marchand around the goal. Winding around, shooting. That goes wide. Riley's effort saved by the nub of the stick of Sorokin. And that will conclude period 2 as both teams get into it. And the referees will settle down the situation. Beauvillier lost his helmet. They're still going at it as McAvoy tackles a New York Islander. That looks to be Ryan Pulock. Yeah, it was Pulock. McAvoy also losing a helmet. Things getting feisty in game 1 of this second round series. It was level after 1 period. It's level after 2 periods. 2-2 is the score. Yeah, Pulock just stripped the helmet off of McAvoy, and he was not happy about that. Tackling Pulock right before all that chaos at the end of the period. The Bruins had a real good chance. Hall was denied earlier, and then Riley had that last chance, a save made by Sorokin's top of the stick, the really thin part. Wow, what a way to end the period. We're through 2 in Boston, and we're tied at 2 apiece. What a game to get the second round series underway. Coming up on the second intermission report, I'll talk about Boston's perfection line staying hot, and I'll also talk about the Canadiens looking to force a Game 7. That's to come on the second intermission report. Stay tuned. Welcome, everyone, into the second intermission report. 2-2 the score between the Islanders and the Bruins. Pastrnak scored a second of the game to put Boston in the lead for the first time tonight, but then Pelech with a response. Beautiful slap shot goal from the high slot. It's 2-2 after 2 periods. What a game so far. Appreciate everyone who stopped by tonight for my play-by-play commentary of this one. And overall, just a thoroughly entertaining game. Obviously, the Bruins have had a lot more scoring chances, but Ilya Sorokin, a big reason why. the Islanders are in this game. He's had some really, really crucial stops at big moments as well, because the Bruins have just been pouring on the chances. I mean, this is the most, certainly in this postseason, the Bruins didn't have a game against the Capitals where they created chances, this fluently so often. I mean, it's chances left and right, it seems, for Boston, but Sorokin certainly up to the task tonight. Some big time stops. Yes, he's let 2 go by, but those were rebound finishes that Pastrnak is going to put away. So Sorokin with 28 saves on 30 shots, I think it has to be given credit, because if it weren't for him, this game wouldn't be tied right now. I'll put it that way. The Islanders, meanwhile, you got to give credit to their offense, because even though they have had a shortage of chances, they've taken advantage of those few opportunities. They've had 2 goals on 12 shots. So not bad at all from New York. And in their 2 goals in particular, just really good puck movement in the buildup to create those chances. And both goals came from shots in the high slot. Of course, the first one was a redirection. The second one was straight through. But the Islanders not afraid to take those shots from a ways out, and they've had success doing so. So there's no reason they're going to stop. The Bruins have to find a way to get bodies in front of those pucks that are fired in on goal from a distance. That was Adam Pelech's second career playoff goal, by the way. He doesn't score many of them as a defenseman, but that was a crucial goal there. Heck of a slap shot to pull the Islanders level with the Bruins in this game, and really all to play for in the third period ahead. But coming up after the break on the second intermission report, I'll talk about the Leafs looking to advance. I'll update you on that Toronto-Montreal Game 6 right after this break. Stay tuned. Welcome back into the second intermission report. As I promised, let me get you updated with what's going on in the Toronto-Montreal game. This is the last first-round series still going on It's Game 6 in Montreal, and it was goalless after 2 periods, but then early in the third, the Canadiens would strike on the power play. Just over 5 minutes into the period, the goal would be challenged for possible goaltender interference. But after the review, the goal stood. It was Corey Perry with the finish at the back door. That put the Canadiens in the lead. The goal stood, as I mentioned, and then Montreal would, of course, head to the power play as a result of the unsuccessful Toronto challenge. And, well, things would get worse for the Maple Leafs as they would be called for a delay of game. Mitch Marner just dumping it over the boards. That would mean Montreal would have a 5-on-3 for almost 2 minutes, and they'd strike on that 5-on-3. A goal again to make it 2-0. It was Toffoli slipping one by short side. However, the Toronto Maple Leafs would fight back, trying to win the series tonight. A nice finish out in front in the slot. Jason Spezza cutting the Montreal lead in half. A top shelf finish to make it 2-1. And that is when the Maple Leafs started to get going, because then with just over 3 minutes left in the third period, Toronto would score again. They'd find the equalizer with 3:11 left in regulation. Montreal giving up the 2-goal lead. It's now 2-2 with 3:11 left in the third. That game-tying goal just happened moments ago as the Maple Leafs seek their first series win since 2004. Keep you updated with that game. Meanwhile, after the break, I'll get you set for period 3 between the Islanders and the Bruins. Welcome back into the second intermission report. A reminder, there's 2 game ones in the second round tomorrow at 5 Eastern time. It's Tampa Bay against Carolina Then at 8 in the nightcap, Vegas takes on Colorado out west. Still a third period to play in Boston. It's 2-2 between the Islanders and Bruins. It's back out to TD Garden next. Third period on the way. We'll see what the final 20 minutes of regulation has in store. Don't go anywhere. Should be a fascinating third period in game one of this second round series. We head to period 3 from TD Garden. 2-2 the score between New York and Boston. First game of this best of 7 second round series. And it has not disappointed so far, that's for sure. Great to see a full house at TD Garden. Just an absolutely beautiful sight. You love to see it. And a hard-hitting, fast-paced game at TD Garden so far. The Bruins trailed early, then took the lead. The Islanders have since tied it, though. And we're all square as we begin the final 20 minutes of play. David Pastrnak with 2 goals tonight on 4 shots. 10 minutes on ice. And we'll see how the third period plays out and who will take game 1 in the series. Looks like there was a little bit of a delay to the start of the third period because Cal Clutterbuck said it was a little too wet in front of the Islanders bench. That problem dealt with, and now here we go, off and running in the third period. The Islanders attacking from right to left, the Bruins from left to right. Here's Casey Cizikas along the near wall. The referee got in the way of Curtis Lazar there. The indirect pass ends up on the stick of Rask, who finds Connor Clifton. Clifton works it ahead to Lazar. Cross-ice pass, handled by Corrali. Sean Corrali gains the line. The pass given away to Pajot. Pajot to Andy Green, the veteran. Green's diagonal feed, handled at the line, and brought in by Travis Zajac. John Gabriel Pajot in deep. The puck fought forward. Coming away with it is McAvoy. McAvoy's pass to Pastrnak off the mark, and there's a quick shot from the boards, saved by Rask. It was Zajac with the opportunity, but a rather easy save for the Finnish goalie, Tuukka Rask. This is not surprising, even though the Bruins have outshot the Islanders 30-13. It's not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily come as a surprise that the score is 2-2, because this is what the Islanders do. They find a way to just hang around and stay in the game, even if they are being outplayed. On the right wing, it's Adam Pelech. Pelech in deep. Komarov leaves it for Eberle. Eberle cycles high to the left point. Pollock cycles low. Here's Barzal. Centering pass. And Rask smothers the puck as it actually went off the stick of Brandon Carlo. Scary moment there for the Boston Bruins. Yeah, went off the stick of Carlo and nearly went into his own goal. Rask able to react quickly and keep that puck out. This faceoff will be to the left of Tuukka. Grzelcyk finds Marchand. Now it's Patrice Bergeron. Bergeron fires one high off the end boards. Now Marchand battling for the puck. Cross ice pass. Here's a shot. That's just wide. Pastrnak looking to get to that puck. Couldn't do so. The Bruins do keep it, however. It's Marchand at the line. Bergeron controls edge of the circle. Redirected effort saved. And the Islanders quickly clear. This goes all the way down. Back to the puck is Grzelcyk. Winding around and finding Bergeron, who taps it to the corner. Bruins will make a change, while the Islanders will start the puck up ice. Zizekas gets it to Matt Martin. That puck off the glass. Now a one-timer, blocked in traffic at the front of the goal. Now coming away with it is Taylor Hall. Hall able to clear the zone. Now it comes back to the Bruins' end. Craig Smith, by the way, is currently absent from the Boston bench, so apparently he has headed to the locker room with an undisclosed injury. There's an update for you as Taylor Hall controls the puck in the near corner. Looking to cycle high, but that gets away from Carlo. He'll retrieve. The Islanders make a quick switch. So do the Bruins. Wagner loses balance. Now here's Andy Green to the outside. Game 2 of this series, slated for Monday at 7:30 Eastern. Right here at TD Garden again. Lazar finding Corrali. Corrali back to Lazar. He's closing in. Lazar shoots. Save made. And it's covered by Sorokin. Another quick reaction by Ilya Sorokin. Closing in was Curtis Lazar. Sorokin able to fight that off. Lazar basically skated the puck right in close to Sorokin. Just charging in towards the crease. As the faceoff's won by New York. Bouncing puck out to center ice. Now it comes to Curtis Lazar. Lazar has options to his right and left, but eventually it's stolen. Through center ice. It's moved out to the left wing with Zajac. Now Palmieri in the corner, trying to poke free the loose puck, and now it comes out to Charlie Coyle. Kept along by Clifton. A little stutter step there from Zajac, and a whistle ultimately comes. And it looks like we have too many men on the ice for the Boston Bruins. Bruce Cassidy with a disgusted look. Let's see on the overhead angle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's 6. Yeah. Actually, 6, 7, 8. 3 players jumped over the bench before that one got off. And so Nick Ritchie will serve the penalty. The Islanders head to the power play. What a chance here for New York to reclaim the lead. They led 1-0 back in the first period. They're 1 for 2 on the power play tonight. Here's Bailey, defended by McAvoy. Centering pass put into a dangerous area by Nelson, but nobody there to answer. Here's Bergeron, who flips one in deep. A whistle blown. And it looks like an offside call is made. Yeah, Nelson with the between the legs pass, but no one there on the receiving end for New York. Instead, it was Bergeron first to the puck. So the face-off comes at center ice to restart play. The Islanders control. 1:30 still on their power play. Here's Josh Bailey. Bailey to the right circle. Bailey shoots. That goes wide. Now it comes out to Pollock. Nick Leddy over to the right wing wall. Palmieri an option in the slot. This puck held on to. Bailey centers. Redirected effort saved by Rask as he shut down Nelson. Now Nelson back up top. Here's a slap shot. That's marginally wide. Now it comes out to Pollock. A long shift here for the likes of Bergeron, Marchand, Carlo, and McAvoy. Behind the goal, it's now held. Moved up to the blue line. Poor pass there. Easy steal by Marchand. He'll dump it in. The Bruins can finally make a change. Some fresh legs on the ice. As that puck gets by Coyle. Now chasing it down is Clifton. 30 seconds left on the man advantage for New York. Now it's Corrali along the boards trying to win possession. And that pass is to no one from Scott Mayfield. Oh, and a near takeaway there. Coyle almost pouncing. The Islanders with a near costly mistake. This will be swung around the boards. Fired in, blocked in front, now picked up by Clifton. Out of the box is Nick Ritchie. Indirect pass here, but steered aside by Sorokin. Back to 5-on-5. The Bruins kill off the Islanders' power play. Krejci to the high slot. One-time shot. They score! Charlie McAvoy. 3-2 Boston. With 13:40 left in the third period, it's Charlie McAvoy with the one-time blast from the high slot. And the Bruins are back on top. It was a fight for the puck in the corner. And the Islanders just couldn't clear. Dobson with the attempted clearance, picked up by Krejci, teeing up McAvoy. A quick release. Sorokin couldn't get over in time. He was screened as well, which probably affected his movement. A low-driven shot as McAvoy slots it home. 3-2. The Bruins are back in the lead. Wow. And I just realized it still said second intermission. I apologize on that. On the scoreboard I have up, but there we go. 3-2 with 13.5 to go in the third period. TD Garden once again making a whole lot of noise. That goal assisted by Krejci and Corrali. This is sent around. Riley's shot deflected. Now it comes out to the right wing with Carlo. Carlo lines one around for DeBrusk. And now it's fought for in the far corner. Coming away with it is Andy Green. Here is Adam Pelech. Pelech in deep. Now it's sent up high to Pelech. Pelech thought about a shot. Instead, sends it wide. And Clutterbuck's one-timer is saved by Rask. Here comes David Krejci the other way. Gaining the line is Riley. Down the left wing. Here's a shot. Beauvillier shuts the door at the near post. 12:41 left in regulation time. Charlie McAvoy has catapulted Boston back into the lead. Can the Bruins hold on for a Game 1 victory? Find out next. Back for more in period 3. Welcome back, everybody. A pair of Game 1s in the second round tomorrow at 5 Eastern. Tampa faces Carolina. And then at 8, Vegas takes on Colorado. Game 2 of this series will be Monday at 7:30. Charlie McAvoy in these playoffs, 6 games, 1 goal, 5 assists. He now has a goal tonight. The lone goal so far in this third period. 3-2 Boston lead with 12:41 remaining. We do have an update on Craig Smith. He will not return tonight with a lower body injury. So Smith not coming back in this game. What the rest of the third period this should be. Here is Taylor Hall. Now back out to center ice. Getting it there was Carlo. Thanks, everyone, for being a part of this broadcast tonight. Here's a chance in the slot. That shot just off the mark from Kyle Palmieri. Another effort goes wide, as it looks like Carlo lost a stick. Now out to the right point. That shot blocked as it was taken away by Taylor Hall. Now dumped in. On the chase is DeBrusk. This puck flipped out to center ice. McAvoy's there. Now here's Anthony Beauvillier. Beauvillier all the way around for Josh Bailey. This held behind the Boston goal. Grzelcyk digging it out. McAvoy swoops in. Can't clear the zone quite yet. Here's Bailey. Centering pass taken away. And that's cleared by Boston. All the way down for an icing. What a performance tonight from Patrice Bergeron. He does it all. That's why he is my favorite Boston Bruin. He's an all-around player. 2 assists on 8 shots tonight. He'll face off against Komarov here, and he'll win it. Bergeron with another face-off win as the Bruins will move it through center. McAvoy ahead for Marchand. Marchand in pursuit. Puck held at the goal line. Marchand on the backhand sends it to the left point across the line for Clifton. Into the slot. Wraparound backhand attempt wide. Now it's Pasternak. Pasternak hits the brakes, reverses direction. Now back to Marchand in the far corner. Marchand to the left point. One-timer blocked. Now the other way, it's Matthew Barzal. Barzal to the left wing. Eberle closing in. Clifton forces him against the boards, and now the Bruins clear out to the neutral zone. Here's Barzal. Back for Green. This drive is off the net. Now it's Eberle. Sorry, Martin. Now midway through the third period, it's a 3-2 advantage for the Boston Bruins. Here's Connor Clifton. Clifton elevates this puck into the corner. Wagner taps it to Corrali. Corrali shielding the puck on the backhand. Corrali moving along the left wing wall. Cross-ice feed. Here's Carlo with a chance. That goes wide. Puck loose in front. Snatched by the Islanders as Matt Martin brings it ahead. Under 10 minutes to play in regulation. Cizikas takes a big hit. Wagner all over him. Now it's back to Riley in the far corner. The hit's 42-36 New York. A very physical matchup tonight. Here's Coyle accelerating to the end boards. Coyle lost it. But DeBrus keeps the puck in the offensive zone. Here's Pollock over to Mayfield. Here come the Islanders again. Pajot down the left wing. By the way, keeping you updated with that Toronto-Montreal game, it's still 2-2. They're currently in overtime. Just over 4 minutes into OT, 15:43 to go. I'll keep you updated on that one. If Toronto score, it's series over. If Montreal score, there'll be a Game 7 in 2 days' time. Here's Nicoletti down the left wing. Leddy centers. Attempted shot by Nelson blocked. And now it comes back to the Islanders' end. This is in deep. Rask handles the puck. And that puck control the high stick. Stoppage in play. 8:27 to go. Boston lead. 3-2 the score. The hitting has been a common occurrence tonight. Final minutes from TD Garden are on the way. Welcome back on a chilly night in Boston, Massachusetts. It's game one of the Islanders-Bruins second round series. Reminder that the U.S. Open's just around the corner, June 17th to the 20th. 3-2, Bruins by a goal. As Boston win the defensive zone faceoff, but turn it over. Centering pass by Bailey, turned aside by the stick of Rask, and here's a shot by Nelson, gloved by Tuukka. Let's go Boston. Absolutely, Numb King. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. Much appreciated. Yeah, it's been a really good game. It's either been tied or a one-goal game throughout. Scoring chances 24-13 in favor of Boston. They lead by one. We'll see if they can hold on. 8 minutes remaining. Pastrnak goes to the far corner. Bergeron digs it out. Indirect pass settled by McAvoy. McAvoy for Marchand. Back up to McAvoy. He goes across the line. Now it's Bergeron. That flip down low. Pastrnak closing in. Puck is in front. Save made. Sorokin didn't even know. He wasn't looking at the puck. Now it's Beauvillier the other way. Beauvillier sends one around. Now at the right point. That pass picked off in the slot. Moved over to the left wing with Pastrnak. Pastrnak holds. And the Bruins changing as that deflected shot ends up in the near corner. Battling forward is Adam Pelech. He'll move it around to Noah Dobson. Dobson ahead to the neutral zone. Now it's Eberle moving in. Around it goes to Matthew Barzal. That's given away. Passed out in front. Barzal gave it up. Probably should have taken a shot. And it's the pass picked off in the slot. The Bruins now work it the other way. Here's Jake DeBrusk. Who scored for us? David Pastrnak had the first two goals, Numb King, and then Charlie McAvoy had the third goal here in the third period. 6:35 left in regulation. Late in game one here at TD Garden. Here's Jeremy Lauzon. Lauzon can't clear. Here's a shot from the point. Blocked in front. Now it comes out to center. Back in from Travis Zajac. Rask controls behind his goal. Clifton spins out of pressure, finding Wagner up ice. Wagner gives it to Andy Green. 6 minutes to play. Here's Andy Green. He sends it in. Now it's ahead for Chris Wagner. Gets by his stick. This is collected by Zajac. Zajac taps one off the end boards. Bruins trying to clear their end. And eventually they do. Curtis Lazar digs out the puck. Looking for Corrali, but there to it first was Noah Dobson. Dobson with it behind the New York goal. He'll hold here as both teams make some changes. Final minutes in Boston. McAvoy falling down. The puck somewhere underneath him. Now Clutterbuck ahead for Casey Cizikas. A scrum in the corner. We're into the final 5 minutes of regulation. Eberle takes it out. Here's a shot from a pass from the right point back to Eberle at the goal line. Eberle trying to lay it off for Clutterbuck. Now Clutterbuck in back of the goal. A nice job by Riley to get a stick in there. McAvoy gets it only as far as the blue line. Here's a one-time blast. That missed the net. Now it's Pastrnak the other way. He lost his balance. And it's held at the blue line and ultimately turned over by the Islanders. Here's a chance the other way. Pastrnak shoots and scores! David Pastrnak, a hat trick. The Bruins take a 2-goal lead. The Hats are raining down on the ice. Goal number 3 for David Pastrnak. 4-2 Boston. TD Garden is electric. 4:10 left in the third, and that might be the goal that clinches a Game 1 victory for Boston. The Bruins with a quick zone entry. Pastrnak just holding the puck, taking it into the slot. A quick wrister, and a third goal for him tonight. I don't think Sorokin ever saw this puck, in all honesty. Yep, a little screen perhaps. Hall opened up the shooting lane for Pastrnak. And that shot placed blocker's side into the left corner. What a goal. Big time from Pastrnak. 4-2 Bruins. A 2-goal lead for Boston as the Hats were quickly thrown onto the ice. And they're still coming down. It is a full capacity crowd after all. Yeah, what a big goal. Absolutely huge. It's the first 2-goal lead of the game for either side. Pastrnak has just been on his game tonight. He struggled a bit early on in the first round series against the Capitals. Started getting going in games 4 and 5 with a goal in each game. And now here tonight, recording his second career playoff hat trick with 4:10 to play. The Hats still being collected. TD Garden is buzzing at the moment. It is an unassisted goal for Pastrnak. What a beautiful sight to see a packed TD Garden. Quite the atmosphere tonight. And it looks like the home team will get the victory. Unless the Islanders can somehow pull off a comeback. With 4:10 to play. 2 great fan bases, by the way. The Bruins showing what a great fan base they had with a packed TD Garden tonight. And the Islanders, well, we've seen them pack the Coliseum in round 1. Bruins leading by 2. 3 of the 4 goals have come from that top line of Boston. The other one came from a first-line defenseman in Charlie McAvoy as well. So because the Hats were thrown onto the ice, the game in a bit of a delay here, as we'll eventually restart the action. Four 4-2 Boston lead. Pollock and Pelech, the 2 defensive line mates, have certainly faced a lot of pressure from Boston in the Islanders zone. The forecheck of Boston has been forcing both Pollock and Pelech to turn the puck over on multiple occasions. They're, of course, those 2, of course, very important for the Islanders. And the Bruins targeting those 2 in particular. And so here we go. Play will resume. The puck dropped at center ice. TD Garden is alive as ever. Comes back to Rask. He'll send it up ice. 4 minutes to play. A 2-goal Boston lead. This comes down to McAvoy. Now it's Lauzon with the clearance. That will be a Boston icing. That goal from Pastrnak is 5th of the postseason. As I mentioned, 3rd tonight. And the Islanders have already pulled Sorokin. They pull him out here for this face-off in the Boston zone. It's now or never for New York, down by 2. Here is Leddy. Back to Barzal. Barzal picked up by Taylor Hall. Whiffed on the pass. Barzal keeps it. Now it's given away to Hall. Hall looking to force it out of the zone. And now surely a trip. It's brought ahead now by Krejci. Krejci winds one behind the goal. Centering pass. Smith lost it. But now the penalty will be assessed to New York. A tripping penalty against Matthew Barzal. A night to remember for David Pastrnak. He has the hat trick. 4-2, Boston lead. The Bruins will close it out next. I'll be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. The Bruins to the power play. Oh, thanks for the kind comments, David. I appreciate that greatly. Thanks so much. Glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, I love doing this. I love calling games. I'm even more into games when my teams are playing, and so I'm a diehard Bruins fan, diehard Boston sports fan, and for playoff games like these are games I live for, and I love calling them as well. Bergeron with a chance that goes wide. But yeah, I love doing play-by-play commentary, and I hope to be a professional play-by-play commentator down the road, hopefully. So Boston on the power play. This comes back to Grzelcyk behind the Boston goal. He'll move it ahead to Pastrnak. Cross ice. Bergeron will sling one in. Steered wide, and now it's Marchand. Marchand winding around the net. That pass blocked off by Adam Pelech. Now it comes out to the right point with McAvoy. McAvoy across the line. He'll get it back from Grzelcyk. Now it's Marchand, edge of the right circle. Gets it back from McAvoy. Marchand, cross ice. Bruins patient here in the buildup. This is sent all the way back out to the right point with Brad Marchand. Marchand closes in. Now backhands the pass to Bergeron. Bergeron slings it across. That will find Grzelcyk. McAvoy to Marchand in the circle. Back to McAvoy. One-timer saved. Now on the rebound, it's picked up by Pastrnak. 45 seconds left on the Boston power play. Grzelcyk to the left circle. A one-timer smothered as Sorokin denies Pastrnak, and now Pastrnak gets into it with Clutterbuck. We don't see that often from David Pastrnak. He usually likes to shy away from that type of extracurricular activity and physical play. Not afraid to get into it there and exchange some words with Clutterbuck. 41 seconds left on this Boston power play. 1:57 left in the game. Bruins looking to close out here in period 3. Draw to the right of Sorokin, won by New York. Time running out for them. Now here's McAvoy, and an offside call is made with 1:50 on the clock. Face off here in the neutral zone at the red dot on the near side. Krejci kicked out. His replacement, Charlie Coyle. The Islanders win it. It comes back to Leddy. And now Sorokin will race to the bench. Extra man on the ice for the Islanders. But remember, Boston's still with 20 more seconds on their power play. Here's Coyle. Now moved ahead to Krejci. Krejci the lead pass, an empty net to shoot at, and that will cap it off. Taylor Hall fires one in, gets a little shove from Pajot afterwards. And the Boston Bruins will take game 1. With 1:25 to go, it's a 5-2 lead. Taylor Hall getting in on the score sheet. A routine finish. And then Pajot came in afterwards. A little bit of a shove to Hall, and that's why both teams got into it a bit afterwards. This is going to be a fun series, folks, if you haven't figured that out already. So Taylor Hall's goal comes with 1:25 remaining. The fans attending this one at TD Garden certainly got their money's worth. Boston win the face-off. Sent around, and getting there was Noah Dobson. Power play over. Of course, with that goal, now Lazar with the lead pass. Lazar finds Ritchie. Lazar trying to win this puck. Dobson comes away with possession. Final minute of play now. Yeah, no problem, David. I appreciate that a lot. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you so much. That definitely means a lot. And for any of you who do enjoy the broadcast, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Here's the centering pass. That just goes wide. 30 seconds left now. Time running out. All the way across it goes. Riley sends it in. And now it's back the other way by Mayfield. Won by Carlo. 10 seconds left. The Bruins will bleed out the clock. This is sent the length of the ice. Time runs out. TD Garden is rocking right now. The Boston Bruins take game 1. It's a 5-2 victory over the New York Islanders. A close game throughout, but the Bruins, the superior team in the third period, that proved to be the difference. They scored 3 goals in the third. A look at the 3 stars of the game. First star has to be David Pastrnak with his second career playoff hat trick. He's also on a 3-game goal streak. Second star, Patrice Bergeron with 2 assists. Third star to Charlie McAvoy with the go-ahead goal. his first of the 2021 playoffs. Yeah, Yoshi Bros. That the Maple Leafs Canadiens, they're still in overtime, right? Last time I checked, they were. Game 2 of this series between the Islanders Bruins, Monday at 7:30 Eastern Time. I will be on the call for that. A reminder that Game 1 of Vegas Colorado's tomorrow at 8. I will have a 2-game day again tomorrow. Very much looking forward to it. I'll be on the call for the U.S. men's national team for soccer against Switzerland at 2 Eastern Time. And then at 7, I'll be on the call for Game 4 of Brooklyn Nets and Boston Celtics. Once again, a full capacity crowd at TD Garden. Looking forward to that one. Oh, the Habs won. Wow, I did not know that. Wow, it's going to a Game 7 on Monday. Wow. Tough, Yoshi Bros. All right, I'm Samuel Reese signing off saying so long. The Bruins win 5-2 the final in Game 1. Boston with a 1